Hey guys, so, patch 1.04 dropped on PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 yesterday. Unfortunately, I was playing Minecraft all day, so I didn't really have time to, experiment and see what happened. Well, I've been playing, for most of the morning, so, some good things have been happening, some not so good things have been happening. But, let's cover the good things that, happened because of the patch first. No patch notes have been, released by Activision as of yet, so, I don't exactly know exactly what happened, but I have a good general idea. I mean, I've been to Reddit, I've been to the Activision forum, so I have a good idea of what happened. But first off, let's just cover one of the best things that happened because of this patch. They fixed the camos, so that solves like half the problems with Advanced Warfare right there. I mean, if you didn't know, or if you just got the game now, or you're watching this video late, previously you had to get an insane amount of challenges to unlock camo. I think you unlocked the first one at 50 headshots. Now it's unlocked at 10 headshots. Other one was 50 long shots. Before you had to get 50 triple kills instead of 10 bloodthirsties. And trust me, triple kills in Advanced Warfare are probably one of the hardest I've seen yet. It's just so hard to get a triple kill because I think the time span between the kills you have to get in order to kill 3 people in sequence was made really, really short. So, it was just almost impossible to get it. I've only gotten 1 triple kill I've played this game for 2 weeks and I've only ever gotten 1 triple kill. And so, it was just extremely difficult. They've lowered other things as well. They've instead of 50 strafes, it's 40 now. 40 kills with the weapon instead of shortly after dodging, and it was 50 before. They've tweaked some things. And they've also made things a little harder. Now it's 150 kills at no perks. Before, these used to be 50, both. I unlocked these before they went through the patch, so, I still have the camo even though I only got 50 kills, with no attachments and, no perks. By far these two were the easiest, to get the camo for before patch 1.04 ran through. Because, the max was 500 headshots, 500 long shots, triple kills all around. It's just extremely difficult to unlock anything in camo. I'm so glad that, patch 1.04 addressed this. Because, that was my, besides, getting 50 points per kill in anything other than TDM, that was my other huge pet peeve with this game, is that the camo challenges were, insanely difficult. But, now they fixed that. Another thing they did is that, they switched up the armory. Instead of just having, everything pushed together, now they have redeemable loot, which, is everything, you don't get, I guess, unlock stuff in campaign and other stuff like that. Now they have a section for, unredeemable, permanent loot, you can't redeem it for XP. And, that used to get, put together with redeemable loot, so, it would fill up, extra slots. So, you'd have, I have, 23 items. Those 23 items would be mixed in, with my, redeemable stuff. And so, instead of having 38 free slots, I'd only have 15. So, now that they separated it, you have more room for, I guess the rarer items in the game. Now they have a section for time-limited loot. So, I guess XP and, those orbital care packages that drop in to give you perks and free kill streaks that you get in the supply drops. I guess that would go here as well. And that's about it for the really extreme stuff. One thing I wasn't actually too sure on, I hope they release the patches soon, the patch notes. But they did say that a lot of people on Reddit have been going around saying that the ball was nerfed. And, I do agree that the ball was nerfed. I played with it a little bit, not too much, because of another issue I'm going to say, really quick. But basically, nothing extreme changed on the ball. That's why I'm not really, including it in the huge patch thing. Because, I really don't know if it was, a patch or not. Some people are saying that the recoil was increased. Other people are saying that the damage was lowered. Really no one has had, a clear consensus on what exactly happened. I played with it. It did play a little differently than, in the beginning, but that's not because the damage was changed. I believe the recoil was increased as opposed to the original ball, which had, insanely low recoil. For the strengths you got good CQC combat. You also, had pretty good damage. And, it could reach out pretty far because the recoil was pretty low even when the fire rate increased as you, continued shooting it. But what I think is that, the recoil profile didn't change. The recoil still goes vertical, a little side-to-side wobble. That didn't change. In my opinion, I think the center speed was lowered. I guess if you don't know what that is, the center speed is basically a number that, determines how fast, every time your gun shoots, it goes up or to the side or to the upper right-hand corner a certain amount. The center speed is what makes it, go recenter it back to, you know, where you were aiming at. And so I think that was lowered because, you know, the ball definitely has more vertical recoil. It's definitely a lot stronger, you know, than when I tried it out in the beginning. So that's what I think changed. I don't think the damage changed at all. I just think they increased the recoil to, you know, balance it all out, you know, because everyone's just using the ball. No one else is really using the AK-12 or, you know, the IMR, which is my favorite. You know, I'm not really that big of a fan of the ball. I like the IMR better just because, you know, you get free bullets. So that means I don't have to run scavengers. You know, I can run hardline with, you know, my blast suppressor, and, you know, I can just pick up guns as I go. I just like that a lot better. And, you know, I assumed that the ball was going to get nerfed. I talked to a couple of the YouTubers, and they agreed that the ball was going to get nerfed because it was so overused. Not that it was overpowered, it was just overused, which is why I think it got nerfed. So, you know, the first nerf of the game, you know, only 2 weeks in, a gun's already nerfed. So, you know, it wasn't exactly overpowered, it was just overused. And I think that, you know, they should have waited a little bit longer to, you know, nerf it. And, you know, I've heard other clues as well. They also said the Moors got nerfed. They said that the ADS for the Moors was increased. They also said that the reload animation was made slower or something like that. I don't know. I think like increasing the ADS time was a good idea. I don't know if they increased the hipfire box. I really don't know. I'll be sure to make an update video once I actually get the actual patch notes, you know, from like a website or some gamer forum or whatever. But that's basically it. And oh, sorry. One other thing is that me, along with other people, that, you know, as soon as we uploaded this patch, we experienced, you know, a really bad case of game freezing. I don't know if anyone else has been like having that issue, but, you know, like on Xbox, but on PlayStation 3, whenever you tried loading in a game, like in the game, like when you tried to like pick a class, your game would just immediately freeze. So, you know, the footage I'm showing you right now, you know, I'm not like extending it in Sony Vegas and freezing it. That legitly, my game froze, and I had to restart my PlayStation 3 multiple times, you know, right after I cleared this patch. And like every time I'd have a good game or like a game that actually worked, right after that I'd have about 2 or 3 games where the game just froze. And, you know, I know it's not just me. People on Reddit, people on the Activision forums had voiced that as well, saying, you know, this is great. You cleaned up the camo challenge, but now I can't even play the game because it keeps freezing every time. So, you know, people said that, you know, it has to do like with your class. Like, in order to make it work, you have to reset everything to default. But I mean, who wants to do that? You know, I like my classes. I don't want to reset them to default. And, you know, I like the way my character looks. I don't want to reset that to default either. But a lot of people said that fixed the issue, but, you know, I don't think that should happen at all. The game's definitely freezing a lot more than, you know, when I started out. I don't know what happened, you know, with the server or whatever went through the patch, but, you know, the game is freezing more often now, in my experience and in other people's experience. So I just want to let you guys know that. And I guess one other thing is that, you know, the game, you know, like loading screen, I think they shortened it a little bit now. It's just a little quirk that I noticed, is that, you know, it only goes halfway to the loading screen, and that you seem to spawn in, you know, faster now. That could just be me, but before, instead of waiting like 20 seconds for me to spawn into a game, now it only takes about, you know, 12 seconds, 10 seconds. So I guess that's a good thing that happens. But anyway, guys, that's just what I believe happened with patch 1.04. Like I said, I'll have an update ready, you know, when they have the actual patch notes up, and I'll be sure to let you know exactly what happened. I'll do some more wall tests. Unfortunately, I didn't get a wall test with the ball before they nerfed it, but, you know, I think playing the game on a different PlayStation, because, you know, I already uploaded the patch on my PlayStation 3. I think if I have it like a game on a different PlayStation 3 and don't load the patch, it should, you know, have the ball originally. I just have to play in private mode, you know, like local gameplay instead of playing online. But I should be able to get a recoil profile for that, so, you know, I'll fix that issue if you guys really want a recoil like plot. But, you know, I really do believe that the ball's recoil was just increased. The damage wasn't reduced. You know, the range wasn't reduced. I just think they increased the recoil. So anyway, guys, I hope this was helpful. And, you know, I hope I'm right on most of these. If I'm not, I'll address them when I make the actual, you know, patch 1.04, you know, with actual like patch notes with me. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that. I do hope this was of help to any of you, you know, even if a little bit. And, you know, like always, I want to thank you guys for dropping by. I do appreciate this support. And like always, have an awesome day. I'll see you guys in the next video.